Hello, beautiful people. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me, beautiful people? Yes, this is City. Any City? I know. She wants to be here now for this live. I do need a beer. Yes, I drink Toña. Hello, beautiful people. Thank you very much for being here. I know I started my chat earlier. It's just that um, I might need to go out, so I wanted to start the chat a little bit earlier. I apologize for the noise. It's just the neighbors. But yes, this is Sadie. I hope you guys can you hear me? Can you please somebody say if you can hear me? Can you hear me fine? Okay, great. Let's start. Now, for this, because I want to comment something. Somebody said something very nice about me, saying that I look younger or whatever. And I forgot to mention the following. One of my girlfriends for Christmas, she gave me, oh, City's here. She gave me Benicity. She gave me a gift, which was plasma. Well, the lady does the plasma, does facial first, then she takes her blood from you and does the plasma thing, and then after she does the facial, then um, she does the plasma thing with needles. Once she's worked the plasma from your blood, and she does it in your face, your neck, and your chest area, and then she did a laser thing, carbon laser, and I did this a little bit before. She gave it to me around early in December. And I mean, it's amazing because it takes about a month and a half. It's supposed to be about 3 treatments. And guess what, guys? It only costs $50. This same treatment that my girlfriend gifted me, it usually costs about 800 or $1,000. And this lady does it for $50. So if anybody here in Nicaragua wants to get it done, send me an inbox and I will share the details. So thank you for that because it has removed a lot of small wrinkles. It's been and it's tightened the skin a little bit. So yes. Now I want to talk a little bit about something here. Well, we have a lot to talk about. Tomorrow is Catherine's birthday. So yeah, we have a lot planned for that for tomorrow. But I wanted to talk something a little bit about, for example, how Harry talks that Meghan had to buy with her credit card a sofa. Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for joining me. It says here, he wrote the wallpaper, the ceiling trim, the walnut bookshelves filled with volumes of peaceful colors, priceless works of art, magnificent, like a museum. Let's not forget that Harry lived at Kensington Palace. And and then um and then he talks that they were embarrassed about their humble abode living in a castle in the grounds of the palace, and that he had to use Meghan Markle's credit card to buy a used sofa. How many of you are buying this BS? How many of you are buying this BS? Supposedly, Meghan Markle was a multimillionaire. Harry is a multimillionaire. Prince William with Catherine lived there for 3 years in that cottage. Okay. So, and you didn't hear them complain. And actually, they were supposed to move adjacent to Prince William and Catherine, but because of the bullying and the abuse, you know what I think this all is? This is Meghan Markle's, because there's one thing that there's no doubt in my mind. Meghan Markle wrote this book. Meghan Markle wrote this book. I'll tell you why. This is Meghan Markle's ode to her divorce. I mean, nothing in this book makes Harry look fine. Okay? If anything, it goes to show City. If anything, it goes to show that what I've been telling you all along, that the palace protected Harry's reputation hell of a lot more than what we're seeing. Okay, the palace protected Harry's reputation. And this is why so many of you are in love with this, because Buckingham Palace crafted an image about who Prince Harry wasn't. And now people can, please go to my earlier videos if you have the time. You'll see me talking about this. You'll also see me talking about Harry's being a risk for the royals, especially after the Oprah Winfrey thing. And now everybody's talking about it like they just discovered fire, like water is wet. I've been saying this. I mean, anybody who has a little bit of thought, would have come to the same conclusion as I did. So for people to say that they're shocked about this, are they really? And I find very hypocritical of all the royal commentators who are coming to say Harry was a lovely bloke and blah blah blah, when he wasn't. He's never been. He's been a jealous prick all his life. There's a story that was, now there's stories coming out that he hooked up on the Swiss Alps. He hooked up with a teenager when he was in his early 20s, and he wanted to make her sign an NDA. And he has the brass balls to criticize Prince Andrew. I don't get it. So how can Meghan Markle, being a multimillionaire, can't afford a brand new couch? And all they had to do, Harry and Meghan, was ask the palace for a new couch. I'm sure they would have gotten it. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for welcoming. And please, thank you very much for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel. I can see that there's more than 400 joined, but only 86 have liked it. So yes, hello, New Zealand, the United States, everybody. Now, let's not forget that Harry and Meghan were hardly, this thing, I keep hearing this thing, that Meghan Markle, all the years that Meghan Markle was in the royal family, Meghan Markle arrived in the royal family in May 2018. That's when she married them. In 2018. She was gone pretty much out of those 18 months, maternity leave, and then her vacation, and then her the honeymoon, and then everything else that goes along with it. There were incredible amount of private trips. I mean, she was in August 2019, or was it in August 2018? She took 4 trips to Toronto. In fact, she was in Toronto when she wrote to Jason Kanoff about sending that letter to her father. So in this book, Harry he comes like a predator, like a sexual predator, because it says that he had sex with a teen. We don't know if it's a teen of legal age. We're assuming it is. And then he wanted to make her sign an NDA. Now, people say, "Oh, he talks about his privacy." But here he is invading other people's privacy. No, he's not invading other people's privacy. He's violating other people's privacy. And not only violating it, he's defaming, because pretty much everything he says in that book, and these are all my thoughts and opinions, is defamatory. And I really think that Netflix or Random Penguin House has to sue Harry and Meghan, because the documentary, or even Oprah, because they have given 3 versions of everything in that document. First, in Oprah, they said something completely different. Meghan Markle said in that the mockumentary that nobody asked her for a picture of the baby, which is why, when Archie was born, she didn't give it. Then later on, she said that why would she give a picture to these people who were racist towards her and were doubting her kid's skin color, or they didn't want to give him any titles, when she specifically said she didn't want to give him titles. Then she said, why should I present my child or give a picture of my child to people who call my child the N-word? Now she goes and says that the reason why there were no reporters or nobody was notified is because at the Portland hospital, because of the emergency room and the ambulances going and coming, it would have been too much chaos and for all the press to be there. So she didn't want to disturb that. I mean, and also in the engagement thing that they gave, the engagement interview, Harry said, oh, after we met, that first was, Meghan said she didn't know anything about Harry. She knew enough to Google Princess Diana's favorite perfume and wear it. Hi, Maggie P. Hello, guys. Please don't forget to like, guys, share, and subscribe. She knew enough about Harry that he Googled his late mother's perfume to wear it. And then instead, she didn't even wait for the next day call. What is the first thing? And this is, let's not forget, when Harry says that he went back home, did weed and tequila, was in 2016, right? Well, that's when they had their date, according to them, right? So up till 2016, this man was doing drugs. Where was the military in this? So anyways, we'll get back to the military thing in a bit. But he went home after the date. He called his buddy. He went to his house, to his cottage. He got high on weed and tequila and started watching Inside Out. I am pretty sure that this is not a random movie. This is a movie that talks about a boy who moves from Minnesota and goes to San Francisco, and he takes with him his 5 friends or whatever, which is, I don't know, envy. I talked about it in my video today. Okay. Right on, Betty. Hello, guys. Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So this is, you go into this date, you smell your mother without really knowing you're smelling your mother, because one thing that we know for sure is that Harry's absolutely freaking obsessed with Princess Diana in an unhealthy way. Okay. And then he goes into this date. He feels this attraction to Meghan Markle, probably because, let me tell you something, smell is a powerful thing. So he probably doesn't know that he's smelling his mother. And this is why he feels this attraction, because maybe not attraction in a good way, but good memory. He connects Meghan to something good and beautiful because of how his mother smelled. Okay. So unconsciously, he's already there. He's already hooked because he doesn't know why he's attracted to or why he's connected to Meghan Markle. That's because she's wearing his dead mother's perfume. And then this guy goes home with a buddy. They get high, and she FaceTimes him. She just didn't call him like regular people. She FaceTimed him to see where he was. Okay? She FaceTimed him to see where he was. And the fact that he goes and says, oh shit, it's her, that's not positive either. Okay? So she FaceTimes him in order for him to see first where he's at, that he's where he says he's going to be. And then she instigates the second date. So it's not like, oh, Harry was smitten. Harry was high and drunk when he got, hello, Jamba, hello, everybody. Harry was high and drunk when the second date was arranged. Meghan knew this guy was doing drugs. We know Meghan is high on drugs. So that's how they got the second date. It's not like, oh my God, I'm smitten. I called her, of course. Because in the interview, please correct me if I'm wrong. In the interview, he said that right after the first, we knew we had to get together again. That's not true. He went home, got drunk and high. So that's how she got the second date. Siri, sorry guys. Siri, Benny. So that's how he got to second. That's how Meghan Markle got the second. She couldn't even wait for the next day because there was no way she was going to let this guy go. Now, Harry talks about inhaling all of the laughing gas that was reserved for the mother of Archie while the mother of Archie is giving birth in labor. And look at that, I say, the woman who claims that they claim is Harry, who was pregnant with Archie. He inhaled all of the laughing gas. Siri, vení para acá. Vení. No, Siri. I swear to you guys. Siri, toma. Vení. All of the laughing gas. So he inhaled all of the laughing gas that's supposed to be for the pregnant woman giving birth to their child. So are you telling me the Portland hospital a very expensive private hospital that didn't have another can of laughing gas? Is this really what they're thinking about? That people should buy this BS? City, okay. Minnie, she's scratching the wall and everything. City, no. So yeah, so they want us to buy this BS that that he that he inhaled all the laughing gas. For a man to do that, if this were true, for a man to do that, that is cruel. That means he's an incredible addict, that he consumed the drug available at the hospital, or he's incredibly insensitive and Meghan Markle had to go through a lot of pain because he inhaled all of the laughing gas that was supposed to be for the mother who was giving birth to the child. Are you telling me that Meghan Markle is not? This is a book for Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is set for life with this book. Divorce is coming soon. Make no mistake about that. What I'm really concerned about is that if there are indeed children, it is clear that both of them are addicts. Both of them are addicts. These children are at the mercy of. Venga, no, sorry, guys. Because she's chewing the wall. Because these kids are at the mercy of drug addicts. You know, you're so cute. And nobody's doing anything about it. And people are still excusing Harry. What is it with people still excusing Harry? Harry is loving the attention. For the first time, the attention is all on him. The fact that people are still thinking that, he should be invited to the coronation. And how many times have I said this to you guys? Because if you don't believe me, Parliament has already answered this to all the petitions. Remember all the people who wrote the petitions saying that remove the honors and the titles from Harry? And Parliament said that all royal titles are honorary and are at the discretion, absolute discretion of the monarch. And therefore, they couldn't do anything about it. All that King Charles has to do is say that he will grant Harry's wish and he will become Henry Mountbatten Windsor with no titles, so he won't be burdened by that. The line of succession, you people can actually do that. That you can do something about it. You can write a petition to Parliament asking them to amend the Succession Act or bill, saying that you request that only royals residing and having been born in the United Kingdom can be in the line of succession. And that's it. And you can request that a full public investigation be carried out on Meghan Markle's racist and Harry's racism allegations against the institution of the monarchy and the United Kingdom. Let me tell you what Prince Harry has just done with the Taliban thing. People say it has set a mark on you guys, on the royal family and his family. I don't care what happens to him or his family. I'm going to be brutally honest here. Those are his consequences, his choices, and Meghan's. Because make no mistake, Meghan knew exactly what was coming out in this book. Meghan knew exactly what was coming out in this book. And probably she wrote it. Because the way that book was written, there's no way a man wrote that book. He gazed into the eyes and, my necklace. A man doesn't say the word necklace, it's chain. Okay? So, I don't understand it. I don't understand. And people are going on, all British people are a target right now for hatred, thanks to Harry and Meghan Markle. Because this book is largely driven and approved and even partly written, or if not written completely, by Harry and by Meghan Markle. As the generals have said, Harry was never a foot soldier, so he wouldn't know how many people he killed. So that's, first of all, that's a lie. Because he wasn't a foot soldier. City de ha. I need a beer, guys. He was not a foot soldier. Siri, I love you. I don't know you. He was not a foot soldier. So no, deja el micrófono, cabrona. So how would he be? How would he know how many people he killed? So all British people, the United Kingdom, and even the Commonwealth, are basically, Harry has given a target on everybody because he has painted the entire United Kingdom and even the Commonwealth with the same racist brush as everybody else, as his. When you're British and you go to Asia or any of those places, you can potentially be a target because of that. Okay? So I am absolutely baffled by the silence of Parliament. Because so far we've only heard about retired generals. We haven't heard from serving generals or colonels. We haven't heard anything about that, because not only has Harry denigrated the military and endangered the lives of all British people. And I go back, this is felony treason, and Meghan is going to dump his ass very soon. And she's going to use this book as reference as to what she suffered because of Harry, how he inhaled all of her laughing gas, how he couldn't protect her, how he was able to call his therapist because he broke a dog bowl, but he couldn't help her with a therapist of her own when she was trying to kill herself with their baby, supposedly. And and let me tell you something, Isabella. Let me say something here, Isabella. You said Alison Lee, exactly. People still believe him and the claims and lies. I don't know. I don't understand why you're talking. Alison Lee. What did Alison Lee say? I'm going to ask you something really terrible, guys, if you can put it in big letters, because you remember I'm dyslexic. So it's hard for me. I don't know what Alison Lee said. Alison Lee, I don't know what you're saying, Alison Lee. Sorry. Okay. But it's unbelievable that the military is not dishonorably discharging this man and stripping him of all his ranks, because right now what he's done, the military, the Queen removed his honorary titles, but not the titles he had earned. But the military can actually strip him of the titles that he earned and dishonorably discharge him or whatever. Please. And you know what? I'm going to take the time to do this because, I like you guys very much. I'll do this right now. Felony treason in the United Kingdom. It is a treason felony to compass, imagine, invent, devise, or intend to deprive the sovereign of his crown, to levy war against the sovereign, or to move or stir any foreigner to invade the United Kingdom or harm any of its citizens or any other country belonging to the sovereign. It also goes on to say that it also applies if he's trying to, here, I'll read it here because it's here. It says here also that it applies to the heir of the throne, which is Prince William, because what officially Harry's doing, he's trying to prevent Prince William to be, hey, hello guys, hey Kikawa, hello guys, don't forget to like the chat and don't forget to subscribe and share. If any person who whatsoever shall within the United Kingdom or without compass, imagine, invent, devise, or intend to deprive or depose our most gracious Lady the Queen, or it was the Queen, our late Queen. Oh my God, how she is missed. From the style, honor, or royal name of the imperial crown and then the United Kingdom or any other of Her Majesty dominions and countries, or to levy war against Her Majesty within any part of the United Kingdom, in order by force or constraint to compel her to change her measures or counsels, or in order to put any force or constraint upon, or in order to intimidate or overawe both houses of or either house of parliament, or to move or stir any foreigner or stranger with force to invade the United Kingdom or harm the United Kingdom or any other of Her Majesty's dominions or countries under the obeisance of Her Majesty, and such compassings, imaginations, inventions, devices, or intentions, or any of them shall express, utter, or declare by publishing, any printing or writing, or by any overt act or deed, every person so offending shall be guilty of felony treason, and convicted thereof shall be liable. Okay? So, and also this applies to the air. And here we are. Um, I mean, can it be any more black and white? And what has King Charles III done? Instead of slimming down the monarchy, he has expanded. He has expanded the role of counselors of state, instead of limiting it by simply saying that only working royals residing in the United Kingdom. That's already that provides so in that act. It says that only royals domicile in the United Kingdom. But what they mean by domicile, unfortunately, that act was written many, many years ago. What they meant by that is that living in the United Kingdom. How can you advise somebody if you're abroad? Okay, so it's just I mean, what do you guys think? Tell me. So are you telling me that they grabbed a fetus, stillborn baby, and they walked out with the baby from the hospital in the United States, and they buried it under a tree, just like that story that Princess Diana helped her friend bury her stillborn in Kensington grounds and claimed that it was a pet? Hmm? And then Meghan Markle touching Princess Diana's grave and then singing to seals. This is such D-list. Harry has never been an A-lister or even royal. He's always been a D-lister who was, blessed to have been born in that thing. Harry is a petty prick. I'm sorry I'm saying it, but it's true. I'm going to read you something for people, because people are still asking about this. And I am going to read this to you. Because for some reason, people are still at it. In 1917, the letters patent written by King George V basically overruled what Queen Victoria had issued, which basically everybody and all her relatives were prince and princesses, and they all held HRH titles. So what King George V did in that in that with that letters patent, people woke up not being princes and princesses anymore and no longer being HRH. On November 30th, 1917, King George V issued a letters patent that limited and redefined royal titles. And why could King George V do that? Because he could. That's one of the few perks that the monarchs have. They have absolute power over all royal titles. The letters patent was published in the London Gazette on December 14, 1917. Okay? Siri, what are you doing? I swear to God, The king has been pleased by letters patent under the Great Seal of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland, bearing date the 30th ultimo, to define the styles and titles to be borne henceforth by members of the royal family. It is declared by the letters patent that the children of any sovereign of the United Kingdom and the children of the sons of any such sovereign and the eldest living son of the eldest son of the Prince of Wales shall have and at all times hold and enjoy the style, title, and or attribute of Royal Highness with their titular, I think it's pronounced, dignity of prince or princess, prefixed to their respective Christian names, or with their other titles of honor. That save as aforesaid the titles of Royal Highness, blah, 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 Serene Highness, and the titular dignity of Prince and Princess shall cease except those titles. What he means by that is that when he says that all other titles shall cease, is because there were so many prince and princesses at the time because of Queen Victoria's decree that everybody who was related to her city was prince and princesses. So he says that here, this is what he says. It says here, shall have at all times hold and enjoy the style, title, or attribute of Royal Highness with their titular dignity of Prince of Princess prefix to their respective Christian names, or with their other titles of honor. That save as aforesaid the titles of Royal Highness or Serene Highness, and the titular dignity of Prince and Princess shall cease, except those titles already granted and remaining unrevoked. Why is he saying those titles already granted and remaining unrevoked? Because he revoked a bunch of titles as a monarch can. Okay. And that the grandchildren of the sons. So now we know that this is what the Queen in 2012, she put the request in 2012 to request that the line of succession be amended, the bill or the act be amended from gender to primogeniture, and to allow Catholics to be part of the royal of the line of succession. That went through in 3 months, guys. That's how fast they worked. And it was put in December when they go, they go away on holiday. And it was done by March that the Succession Act was amended before Princess Charlotte was born. That's how quick they can work. So Queen Elizabeth, with that request, simply amended that. And immediately, Prince Louis did not take precedence. And that applied immediately also for other titles. Did not take precedence over Princess Charlotte, because that would have been the case had gender prevailed. Okay, and the kids from Princess Michael of Kent were added to the line of succession, therefore altering the line of succession. So for people to say that King Charles cannot remove or revoke the titles, yes, they can. I have to remind you guys that the Duke of Windsor was born and he was granted the title of prince. He then became king. He then abdicated. He didn't revert to being prince. And I still am baffled by people saying the only thing that King Charles can remove is the HRH. No. King Charles can remove everything, and King Charles can request Parliament, just like the Queen did back in 2012, to amend the line of succession to only include royals who have been born in the United Kingdom and who reside in the United Kingdom to be in the line of succession. So, I mean, what do you guys think? And as I said to you before, nobody, let me tell you something. And I'm going to say something, and maybe I'm off the base here, but it is my absolute firm belief that Harry is pissed he married Meghan and that things have turned out the way they have, which is why he is doing all of this. Because all that he thought, all the things that he thought were going to come to fruition did not come to fruition. And he's angry that he married Meghan. But he's taken it so far, that he will die at that post, never admitting that he screwed up, that he regrets marrying Meghan. In fact, he's going to continue giving him more and more love declarations. But this book is Meghan's divorce handbook and backup, because she's going to say, this is all Harry. As you can see, she's completely quiet. It says, Dori Majewski. Paula, I totally agree with you, but how does it look with him making a mess of it all? I swear to God. she's so, City's so, yes. To me, this is Harry being angry, and I'm gonna swear, sorry, that he fucked up big time. And instead, and what we have here is that he doesn't want to admit that Prince William was right. He doesn't want Prince William to tell him, "I told you so," because he was so hyped up in that train that I'm gonna be better than William. I mean, why would he be embarrassed of living in, at that cottage? Prince William and Catherine lived there for 3 years. I mean, was he that poor that he couldn't afford to buy? That's another thing that Meghan Markle is going to say, that she used her credit card to buy a sofa for the palace because the palace had no money. So for Harry, because he's so pissed that he screwed up big time, and he has lied and slander, because which version do we believe, guys? He went on Anderson Cooper and he told Anderson Cooper, no, and on Netflix, saying that people were exaggerating the stories about his drug use, alcohol use, and blah blah blah. He said that to Netflix, that all those stories were exaggerating, were not true. This is in the Netflix mockumentary. This is why I say either Netflix or Penguin Random House or Oprah have to sue him, because which one is the truth? Which one is the truth? And then he comes with the book and says that actually his drug use and alcohol use was far worse than reported in the press, but it had to be admitted. Yet he went to Anderson. And you know what really bothers me? Nobody's calling him out on the lies. Everybody's still going on, well, Harry's revelations. Nobody's saying, wait a minute. I see Angela Levin. I see all these royal reporters. I see everybody. I see Tom Bauer saying that Meghan is an angel of destruction. But I don't see anybody saying, wait a minute, Harry, you just told Anderson Cooper that you're never coming back to the monarchy, that you have to address your drug use. But in the mockumentary, you said that those stories were exaggerated and invented. Meghan Markle in the mockumentary saying, "Oh my God, all I wanted for my great day was to have a mimosa, go into the chapel." Well, to Oprah, she goes, it's no longer a spectacle. Now she's happy in the mockumentary, right? But in Oprah, she said that was a spectacle. She got married 3 days prior. So basically, she's, accusing the Archbishop of Canterbury. Siri's too quiet. I don't like it when she's too quiet. Siri, toma. Um, of committing a criminal act. So Meghan Markle happened, and this is my own opinions. Meghan Markle happened to the monarchy because of Harry's need to be the heir and resentment. A lot of people said, I saw Jesus Enrique Rosas in GB News. I thought it was great, but I absolutely disagree with him about, oh, Harry was so happy before with Catherine and blah, blah, blah. No, there are also interviews with him saying he dislikes England. There are people who said that there was competition there. There are interviews where you can see that he's always trashing Prince William. So I respectfully disagree with Jesus Enrique Rosas when he says, he studied Prince Harry's body language 20 years ago, and he was happy with the trio with Catherine. I don't think he was happy. I think his image was managed, but when he did his own interviews, when he was in the army, he said he disliked England, he didn't like the monarchy, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of things that William, was the heir. I mean, there's so many things that you can tell. There are interviews with Prince Charles, William, and Harry, and you can see Harry's, far away from Prince Charles and all kinds of things. Siri, toma, mi amor. Siri. Siri, toma, chiquita. So I disagree with that. So Meghan happened. Yes, she's a manipulative bitch. I agree with you. She's a manipulative bitch. I agree with you 100%. But the reason why she was able to manipulate Harry is because there was something in him to manipulate. because otherwise she wouldn't have been able to manipulate him at all. It means that Meghan read him like an open book. You know, she knew. Meghan would see this as exploitation. She would, stoke his ego and say, yes, you should be the heir. You should do this. You should move to San Francisco, just like that movie. What was the movie that Harry saw? The Disney movie. I forgot which movie. So, the Disney movie when he got high after Inside Out. Thank you, Chocolate Factory. So Meghan saw that he was resentful of his brother. Meghan saw that there was something in him, that there were resentments against Prince William. Okay? And now we have another book. I can guarantee you almost that the next book is going to be about Meghan Markle's divorce and her ordeal with Harry. Because where is Meghan? Where is Meghan, I ask you? Where is Meghan? She's always sitting everywhere. I mean, God knows the Invictus Games. And that's another thing, the Invictus Games people. He has put everybody at risk there. This man has put the entire United Kingdom at risk with jihadists and everything. Any British person traveling along to Asia will be at risk, or anywhere, even in the United Kingdom. We had that guy saying that in the UK, asking for people to kill the troops and stuff like that. And I will tell you this, I blame the military. I blame the military, and it shows how complicit they were with allowing Harry into the military. The corruption levels within the Windsor household, and I hate to say it, but it's true. Eton, a prestigious school, falsified grades to allow him in. The military clearly never gave him a drug test or any psychological or emotional exams, because he would have never passed. First, he wouldn't have been able to get in because of the grades. But having jumped that little hurdle, there was the mental evaluation and the drug test evaluation, of which he never took. Oh, thank you so much, Frumpy. Oh, Frumpy old woman, thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, I blame them because they endanger the lives of true soldiers by putting this wanker in command or introducing him into the military. And this thing, I think I read it in my video this morning. This thing that Harry says that he feels safe, they're not going to remove the titles because let me see. He's not going. They're not going to remove the titles because here I got it. When Meghan asked him one night whether their protection would ever be removed, Harry. Oh, thank you, Ariel Arias. Thank you very much. Thank you for your super chat. When Meghan asked him one night whether their protection would ever be removed, Harry tells her never. Not in this climate of hate. This climate of hate that they have created. I mean, let's call things the way they are. They have created this climate of hate. Not in this climate of hate. So basically he's saying, let's exploit this climate of hate to get away with what we're doing. And not after what happened to my mother. Princess Diana died, unfortunately, because somebody was drunk, speeding, and she was not wearing a seatbelt. Oh, thank you very much, Jennifer Siami. Thank you very much. Also, not in the wake of my Uncle Andrew. You know what? I'm glad he's trashing Andrew. You know why? Not because I believe anything here, but because of Eugenie and Beatrice supporting and passing information. Because I'm going to tell you something. Harry was not told directly that the Queen's body was traveling by train. It was told to Beatrice and Eugenie. And one of those two girls leaked it to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. It's not like they told them, oh, the queen is going, no, because they're trying to weed out who's the leak. Not only Harry, because Harry and Meghan were getting a lot of information or whatever. Okay. So also, not in the wake of my uncle Andrew, he was embroiled in a shameful scandal, accused of the sexual assault of a young woman. And no one had so much as suggested that he lose his security. Whatever grievances, thank you, Claire Rice, whatever grievances people had against us, sex crime weren't on the list. So they knew they were fucking committing crimes. They knew what they were doing was criminal. They knew they committed fraud. Now, if Meghan Markle, after the first date, is sending him, telling him to watch the Inside Out movie, and let me tell you what the Inside Out movie here is, because I think I read it before. I did it in my TikTok. Inside Out Disney movie. Okay? 11-year-old Riley moves to San Francisco, leaving behind her life. It's about a girl. Oh, thank you, Mr. MZ. Thank you so much. Leaving behind her life in Minnesota. She and her 5 core emotions: fear, anger, joy, disgust, and sadness struggle to cope with her new life. That's what Meghan Markle told Harry to watch after the first date. What do you think the discussions were on the second date? How the hell do we get out of here? They knew, City, they had, ¿qué tenés en la boca? Okay. They knew they had lied to the queen. They knew they had lied to the entire United Kingdom. And I know you guys are fed up of this when I bring this up, but it's when you have no money and you go and eat at a Michelin star restaurant, knowing full well that you have zero money, and you eat the most expensive meals, you eat everything. And what you do, because you know you have to get out of that restaurant and you have to pay. But what do you do? Because you knew you had no money to begin with when you went in there. You lie. All the food was cold. The waiter was racist. This wasn't right. You create a big scandal. You blame the owners. You blame everybody. So you leave that restaurant without eating. So you trash the entire restaurant and its reputation in order for you to eat for free. Now, Harry admits Meghan Markle took the freebies, but she shared them. But here's the thing. All of her staff, female staff, she never shared anything. All of her female staff told her not to take the freebies because it's not allowed. It's actually illegal. Okay? Even in the United States, I can tell you because I worked in diplomacy, even in the United States or worldwide, this is a rule that you do not take presents from people like that, from anybody, because if you're working for the government or in any government position, it can lead to corruption or, it doesn't look good. This is why all gifts are documented, written down, and say where its origin come from. Thank you so much, Carmen, with them. Thank you so much for this chat. Oh, so many Canadians here. So I'm going to be with Cynthia Wilson, by the way, and a little thing on this side. I'm going to be with Cynthia Wilson pretty soon. She's a Canadian. We talk on TikTok a lot. She's straightforward as well. She's a mental health worker, and she has a very good take on that. Now, before I forget, City, I swear to God, guys, she turned 10 months on the 5th of January, sorry. City, vení para acá. But she's a little devil, and I love her. I love my little City. But anyways, yes, this all has happened because she's here. This has all happened because Harry has realized that his plans have backfired, that Meghan Markle is just as trashy as he is. But that's City. What do you think, City? I love you. I love you so much. He's realized that be careful with my City. He's realized that Meghan Markle is a trashy D-list actress, and so is he. There's nobody on this earth who's going to convince me that Meghan Markle was not involved in the writing of that book. There's none. And now, let me tell you something. I love my best friend. And we've gotten drunk and everything together. We go back like, I don't want to even say how many years. I would never have called her a baby brains with hormones because that's an offensive thing. Why would you say that? Can you imagine if Meghan Markle, if the Duchess of Cambridge had said that to Meghan Markle, it'll be all over the news. Oh, the Princess of Wales called Meghan, made fun of Meghan's baby brain and blah, blah. Sí, pero qué tenés, gorda? And, that would have been all over the place. Now, Harry is admitting that Meghan Markle misled and she insulted Princess Catherine. Liberty Dawn, hello, hello. And I'm going to show you something else because this is really funny. I have it here. And you all know Shallon Lester is going for them, right? You know Shallon Lester is having a lawsuit against Meghan Markle right now, right? Let me tell you, let me show you. But let me show you this.
Color as Her Majesty if there's a group event. But then you also shouldn't be wearing the same color as one of the other more senior members of the family. So I was like, well, what's a color that they'll probably never wear? Camel, beige, white. So I wore a lot of muted tones, but it also was so I could just blend it.
I mean, and I have this, I love this part. She's so beautiful. I really do miss her too. And she looks so much like her son. So Harry, fuck you. Prince William, just because Prince William is a hot baldy. Oof. Prince William is gorgeous. That man, oof. That man is gorgeous and he looks so much like his mother. He looks much like his mother, it's unbelievable. I just don't understand why people are still. I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to show you something here about Cynthia Wilson, the lady who I'm going to be doing a live with, because I'm going to be doing a live with her and I'm following her on TikTok. This is Cynthia Wilson, so I want you to hear her.
I did believe that some of the timing of some of the stuff being released, like the docuseries, when they went and got their awards, the timing of the book, those kinds of things, I did actually think that there was some level of coincidence to them. I am past thinking that at this point. I am 100% thinking that their PR team is doing this on purpose, and they're doing it to make digs at Will and Kate, and they seem to be targeted particularly to Will and Kate, which is unfortunate because I think Will and Kate, had they handled this whole mucky situation differently, would have been so much more supportive of their leading the royal family and their relationship. But I mean, we're way past that now.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. And I'm going to say it. What is King Charles waiting? And if King Charles clearly, sí, pero Dios mío, mi lindo mujer. ¿Dónde están los huevos del King Charles? Where are King Charles nuts? I understand that Harry is his son. Nobody's saying that he's not his son. But why are they still on the royal website? And many of you say, no, they have been removed, or they're at the bottom. They're still there. Okay? So when you go to the royal family website, you click on this, you click the royal family, and this is what you will come. And then you go and you scroll. You have the king, the queen consort, the gorgeous, gorgeous man. I swear to God, he's really hot. Other than Cristiano Ronaldo, I love him. The beautiful Princess of Wales, clearly, she's very beautiful. The Earl of Wessex, the Countess of Wessex. We have the kick-ass, badass Princess Royal. We have the Duke of Gloucester, the Duchess of Gloucester, the Duke of Kent, Princess Alexandra. And guess who's there? Guess who's there as well? And let's see what it says about Harry. The Duke of Sussex is fifth in line to the throne. So for people who say that they don't update it, here you go. And the younger son of the Prince of Wales, they haven't updated that. He spent 10 years working in the armed forces, ending operational duties in 2015. During his service, he conducted 2 tours of duty to Afghanistan with the British Army. As announced in January, the Duke and Duchess have stepped back as senior members of the royal family. They're balancing their time between the United Kingdom and North America, contributing to honor their duty to the Queen and the Commonwealth and their patronages. Frogmore Cottage in the UK remains their family home. Can somebody explain that to me? Please, somebody explain that to me. Can somebody explain that to me? Hello, Michigan, Laura Wara. Hello, guys. Guys, oh my goodness, so many of you. Don't forget to like the chat. I see if there were 1,000 of you watching, but less than that, click like. Well, Molly Pitcher was updated enough that they put that he's the fifth in line to the throne. So if there were, he was the sixth before. Okay. So all that it takes is for a delete button. I know because I've had my own company's websites, and all you have to do is go in and delete it. If you need to put a statement, you put a statement saying since Harry and Meghan Markle no longer work in royals, they're no longer part of the royal site, and wish them well. So, and not only that, let me see if they're still there since you're here. The Queen's Commonwealth Trust, because they were advertising BetterUp subscriptions. Okay. I'm going to see if they're still there, if BetterUp is still there. Okay, the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. And here you go. I accept the cookies because I trust you guys. There's donate. Then you have menu. Let me see. I'm gonna have to type this BetterUp because I'm not very good at navigating here. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Queen's Commonwealth Trust. You can see that, right? BetterUp supports QCT young leaders. Young entrepreneurs supported by QCT, the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, have been given free access to world-leading coaching via global experts, BetterUp. First published on the BetterUp blog and in a Q&A in Fast Company, former president of QCT, Harry, and now Chief Impact Officer of BetterUp, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, announced this charitable partnership as part of what they don't tell you is that actually they are paying for the subscriptions. Okay. As part of BetterUp's initiative to join the global pledge 1% movement, donating 1% of their coaching offer to wider communities, ensuring maximum impact and benefiting the young leaders supported by QCT so that they're better prepared for the pressures of becoming a social entrepreneur. This type of support is aimed at helping them. Chris Kelly, Chief Executive, they got over 500,000 subscription, each a yearly subscription at a half price. I think it was $599 for the first year. The second year, they have to pay the full price. And Harry got a percentage of that. Hello, London. Hello, everybody. Thank you so very much. Okay, so what do you guys think of this? Why is the QCT? Because they don't promote anybody else. They have donors, you donate, and then you have companies who donate to them. They're not, if you go to their site, you'll see that they're in a different page and they have their logos, but you can't click on it. Here, they have the link, so you go directly to BetterUp. So yeah. again, I'm going to say this because I just got an email about my face. Guys, I already told you my girlfriend, I have a friend and my best friend, she gave me a $50 treatment here in Nicaragua that usually costs over $1,000 easily because it's like plasma. They take your blood, they do plasma. But this lady does a facial and then she did the plasma thing with she puts anesthesia, obviously, because it hurts. And she did it on my neck and everything. And then she does that with needles, they run the thing with the plasma. And then she did a carbon laser thing. It's unbelievable. It's for $50. I'm going to ask her if she can give me the other two because one is great, but apparently the lady told me it takes 3. So we'll see. But anyways, what do you guys all think of this? To me, thank you so much, Rosita Salim. Rosita Salim, thank you so very much for the super chat. I mean, what do you guys think? As I said, my take on all of this situation is it adds up to this, to what Harry said. It adds up to this, to what Harry says here. Whatever grievances people had against us, sex crimes weren't on the list. It's too bad that Harry, in one of his Swiss vacations, when he was in his early 20s, he had sex with a teen and wanted her to sign an NDA so she couldn't come back and haunt him with that. We still don't know how much of a teen she was, but it doesn't say how much because they're not talking about it clearly. They're not talking about it. So where is and of course, Meghan Markle kept a journal. No, Meghan Markle did not keep a written journal. Meghan Markle was recording everybody. Meghan Markle was filming everybody. Meghan Markle was not recording. Meghan Markle was not taking the time to write down. That time has long passed. Meghan Markle has footage of all the nasty things she's done and said. She's going to try and twist it around. So I'm going to leave you guys with these questions. Why? Oh, and another thing. Why isn't Penguin House suing The Guardian for leaking those things? Or the Spanish in Valencia who put the book for sale early? Because that is a lawsuit waiting to happen. Why aren't they suing The Guardian? How did The Guardian get a copy, an advanced copy of that, and leaked it? A total mess, and we still have 0 from King Charles in Parliament. I don't care if he wants to take back his son. I don't care if he wants to invite his son at the coronation as a private citizen. But Harry needs to be held accountable for putting a target sign on the backs of the entire United Kingdom. As a tourist, when you go abroad, you better watch your back. Even in the United Kingdom, with people, jihadists and people, Asian, like Iraq, Iran, Afghans that are there. He has put a target on everybody. That Miss Tuesday, that's it. What do you think of a woman saying Casey won't agree with Prince William to remove titles and that William could just say that's it. I've had enough. I'm off. I think, yeah. It's going to come to a point because right now what Harry has done with Meghan, and I say Meghan because make no mistake, Harry doesn't fart without Meghan telling him, now you can fart, Harry. And this was done so Meghan can get a lot of money in her divorce. And this is why people are saying, oh, poor Harry's mentally ill. He needs an intervention. No, he doesn't need an intervention. This man needs a trial for felony treason. This man needs to, what is Parliament waiting to start investigations on all those false claims? What is it going to take? And instead, they're discussing giving Harry and his wife protection and his kid because of what he said, of his own actions. He's a multimillionaire. He can pay for his own security. He made his bed. He made that skanky D-list bed. He can lie in it. He can lie in it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I might be off, and let me see what's before I let you guys go, because I know you guys have a Sunday to go to. Let's go to Twitter here. And thank you, Elon Musk, for reinstating me.
And it's an interview not just about all the drama that's gone on and continues to go on, the rift with the royal family, but also about his life and the death of his mother, Princess Diana, and how that has changed the course of his entire life. This week on 60.
I mean, I am looking at something here that I don't know if I should read it, because there's so much censorship ongoing there. So I don't know if I should read it, but I don't know if I read it. Hello, Footsie Girl, thank you very much. I'm gonna read it, and if this suddenly goes black, it's censorship, guys. No, I better not read it, because I might get censored. So yeah. There's a lot of things you see that you don't understand in YouTube. You have no idea what I go through with censorship. I mean, the title, everything. I have to be careful what I write. This is where Harry's gonna end up. First day at work, McDonald's. You know how I keep saying McDonald's thing? That's where he's going. I mean, it says here, if Prince Harry lied in his application for U.S. residency, he should be deported from the United States. The Biden administration would hesitate to do this, but there could be calls from the new Republican-led House of Representatives for an investigation. Oh, shit, I forgot. The House Speaker, the Speaker of the House is Republican now. Oh, my God. I forgot that. And you know what? Samantha, because her daughter, Ashley, the one with Meghan, she's an immigration lawyer. So I wonder if she's the one who processed everything for Harry to get his visa, spousal visa there. Now, if he has lied in his application, saying that he has never taken, because they do ask you that, and if he's lied on that, that's a felony crime for which he will be not only deported, but barred from coming in the United States, or even go to jail for at least 10 years. Okay? So I've told Samantha this, and I said, you know what, Samantha? Ask your lawyers to ask for that form to see what his answer was, because those forms are there. And this would go to show how much they lie. Because Harry has, we know he's doing drugs. We know he's doing drugs. I don't even know. And then that he pulled Lilibet, and then he buried a fetus in California, which is illegal. They don't even let you walk out with. They usually call the funeral home if you really want to do that or something like that. They don't allow you to take it. And why would you dig a hole with your bare hands and just throw it in the dirt? Says Linda Donna, you want to read that? Harry's not a royal in the United States. What's it called? Does it say? No, PM. They don't ask royals to fill in forms to join. They are royals. They go in the top military ranks and stuff like that. No, I'm not talking about that form. I'm talking about his immigration form to be able to reside in the United States. He went in with a spouse visa, not a special or anything like that. He went there with the most basic thing, with the spouse visa, right? So if he lied in his application form, because they do ask you if you have done drugs or whatever, and if he lied about that, that's lying in a government document. That's a felony crime. The X Spectator says 5 times Harry violated. I am sick and tired of people saying invaded, violated other people's privacy. Everyone has a right to privacy. Sadly, the line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore. We will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it. But sadly, in some areas, there is this incessant need to find out every little detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. This is Harry talking. Okay? King Charles. What he says, unlike those devious denizens of Fleet Street, Harry seems to prefer breaching the privacy of those he actually knows, rather than just complete strangers. Take his father, for instance. The Duke of Sussex has no compunction in revealing details of an intensely private conversation with Prince Charles and William after the Windsor Castle funeral. With Prince William, I mean Queen Camilla, Queen Consort, Princess Kate, Queen Elizabeth II. And I'm gonna close up with this one. I am glad, I am sad that Her Majesty passed away. I am glad she passed away. And I'll tell you why. Because all of this filth was supposed to be released while she was alive. All of this filth, lies. And please, reporters, I know I am a nobody. I know my channel is absolutely not even registering anybody's map. But Angela Levin, Dan Wooden, all of you, stop saying bombshells, stop saying revelations, and start saying which lies, which is the truth, Harry, because you lied here, you lied there, you lied here. And the same goes for Meghan Markle. Because Meghan Markle called her wedding the spectacle, and then she goes in the mockumentary saying, I just wanted to hear going to the chapel and drinking a mimosa. You know, stop with that. Harry is not a young child. Oh, this young man who's troubled. No, he's not troubled. He's nasty. He's angry. His marriage to Meghan Markle has backfired. So he's going down with the ship and trying to take everybody down with him. That's what he's doing right now. And he's been allowed to get away with, because as he said, whatever our grievances are, we haven't committed any sexual act, saying that anything else goes. And God knows that King Charles shows it by keep inviting him. I understand that, but why give him place of pride at the Queen's funeral? Place of pride at the Prince Philip's funeral? The Jubilee. Why? I mean, at what point are they going to be relegated to the end of the back row, real back row? Why was he allowed to wear a uniform and stand vigil? Let's not forget he stood vigil by the Queen's coffin while he knew that Netflix was going to call the Queen's legacy as colonization 2.0, exploitation. He was standing guard on his grandmother's coffin while knowing what he had done to her and her legacy. Okay? Keep that in mind for all of you who are saying, poor Harry. When he fought to wear a military uniform, which he shouldn't have worn, especially now that we know what kind of things he's done, he didn't earn it. He didn't earn it. But he wore that, he was allowed to wear it, and to stand vigil, fully knowing that his grandmother, they were going to dedicate an entire episode to trashing his grandmother's legacy and what she loved the most. And not only that, that she made him the president, and that skank bitch, the vice president of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. And they're still promoting his BetterUp chimpo thing. He was standing vigil in pain of his grandmother. Probably he was laughing to himself. Meghan, when she did that curtsy, I wish I could kick that bitch face. I can tell you something. If somebody had called me baby brains. Oh, this is what I wanted to tell you. I wouldn't think of calling my best friend baby brains. Even, I love her. Or going up to her and saying, by the way, do you know your ex-husband? Did you hear the rumors about your husband cheating? I would never. And I wonder, now I'm really going to leave you guys. I wonder if the 25 people, the 25 Taliban fighters that he killed were not in a video game. Because he was Bunker Harry and he was always playing war video games. Are those the 25 Taliban soldiers he killed on a video game? You let me know. As usual, thank you very much for everything, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your help. The super thanks that you donate to my channel, donating to the PayPal. Thank you very much. And I'm going to do a video about certain things I do. I know that I'm not beautiful and I know I'm old, but I try to do certain things that help me, fight natural things that help me fight as much as I can the age, because I can't afford plastic surgery. I'm thankful for my friend for gifting me the thing with the face, which has helped a lot. But I'll do a video about that. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. Thank you for watching, and you have an amazing Sunday. Here is midday. So thank you very much for everything, and you have a great day.